Welcome to the Level Up Report, where this week we're going to be talking about demos versus betas and how they've changed.
Like, I know I'm old, like I'm a kid from the 90s. The first game, like at least the first system I bought was a PlayStation, and it came with a playable demo disc. And within the demo disc, there's like about 7 to 10 games that you could play. You could try out. You could put in, click this, it would load this game. You could play, this certain area or play a certain character of a fighting game, and you just play it until it's over, like it completed, it will stop. So you have a feeling what kind of game it is and everything. And the thing is, it was free. It was free.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
not
a
you're like
little bite-sized thing of the game where you just, like you said, just to get a feel for it.
yeah,
But
and or you get a magazine, they come with another playable disc or whatever, and those are like completed games, which is isolated, like finished games, isolated for people to see if they like it, so they could purchase it. But now you compare it to modern time, these playable demos became betas.
that's
Betas,
just another
open
name for it now. And
yeah,
betas are
open
not
beta,
rarely
private
what betas
beta.
are now.
But the problem with these betas is that uh those are incomplete games. They're still in progress. It's like Bill 1, 1.0, Bill 1. Whatever 3. It's not complete. And the worst offenders are the ones that you have to pay into trying a beta. In a
Those are
beta,
they're offered like incentives, as if you pre-order, you can play this early, try a snippet of it, which is not even a beta. Let's be honest, it's just so you could play a demo of it.
but the thing is, it's so funny because you're paying to play a beta, which is like a stress test. You're testing out how well this game will run, you're reporting errors. So you basically, it's a job. You're a quality assurance tester now. You're paying the company to test their game
Basically,
to
work out the
work,
kinks.
but it doesn't make sense. Like you're paying them to work for them. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. It seems like they like really playing really uh I don't know, this industry is really messing around nowadays. They don't really respect their consumers if they have to go to that extreme of making the consumers pay to, test their game,
I think
to
it's
give
a lot
feedback.
more obvious now, especially with all the microtransactions trying to nickel and dime you. It's their business practices definitely don't show that they want to treat their customers with respect.
And like what's worse is that the consumers, they're not recognizing this. They still like, giving their money. It's like, oh my god, I need to play this first. Like what changed? Why this happened? What happened to the good days of demos? But I'm not gonna say that these demos, playable demos, stop. They still exist, but people forget about them. They forget that they existed and go for these betas instead. It's like these companies are marketing betas really extremely. They're marketing it. They want to earn money from the betas, from these like 7 day start or whatever early play.
Early access.
Yes, early access. Yeah. But like I still use the PlayStation 4, and they do have playable demos. Playable demos. For example, I think the first playable demo I play of PS4 will be Division 1. So it was complete game at that time. I was able to play. I could play from level 1 to 7. I could get these items, get these stories. I have a character made and everything. And they will stop at level 7, like the end of level 7. They're like, that's it. You can't level up further. You can't move forward. If you want to move forward, you could purchase the full game, and you will get the same file. Like, I like that. That's cool. I like that kind of stuff. Why won't they do more of that? You know, it's easy, accessible. You get the feel, and I think it's great. Like, if you want more, buy it on the spot. You say, "Here, click this button. Here's $60. Download the game." You know,
It
I don't
still
know what.
exists. Like on
Yeah,
Steam, there are demos, but sometimes it feels, especially with their new refund policy on Steam, you can refund the game if you haven't played more than 2 hours. So people treat it
Oh,
as a demo, so they
that's
get a feel
amazing.
for it, and then if they don't like it or they don't feel like they're going to get their money's worth, then they ask to refund it. You can't obviously use it too much because that's an abuse on the refund policy, but that's how people do that nowadays, at
Okay.
least on Steam.
And how many hours they let you play before returning it or refunding it, asking for a refund?
Last I remember, it was 2 hours,
2 hours. That's
up
a
to two
decent.
hours.
That's a decent demo. It's a complete game. I think that's a fair. I think it's fair because like any merchandise you purchase, right? There's a receipt. You don't like it, you return it. That makes sense. It's even better because digital games, you are buying a license that you could lose. They want to make sure it run for your system, it run well. It's a completed game. So I think that's a good thing for Steam to have that. Is Steam the only platform on PC that does that?
No, I remember that Origin does that too.
Origin does that
If you
too. Okay.
contact their customer support and then you're not happy with the game, I don't know how many hours they allow you for that.
Hmm.
I think it's a certain amount of days after you purchase the game on their platform. Then they'll refund your money completely.
Okay. Since you mentioned that they don't Steam or these platform doesn't want the consumers to abuse this refund thing, why not have like a demo along with you know the real game? Like instead of submitting go to cart, why won't they just have like a file that says demo here, try it for free?
Could be maybe because they have to devote some resources into making a demo that's perhaps separate from overall game.
Hmm. I wonder if they like implement what Division One demo did. Let you play. Like you have to download the whole game, obviously, but they have a lock system inside the files that make you can't progress forward until you purchase the whole thing. They could implement something like that.
It could.
Hmm.
I just know the last time we both played a demo together was Division Two's beta earlier this year, and that barely felt like a beta. And I've done some betas in the past, especially closed betas,
Hmm.
and this one was just get in the game, play some missions, and then that's it. And that honestly felt more like a demo to me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, because of that beta we play, it really show us what we try and get involved with. Instead of just reading it about it, seeing people play, we get to personally like experience it to see if it's our thing. And like that's one of the reasons why we purchased the game because we really enjoy the beta. And they should start having these betas without a monetary like door to it. It should just be free.
It'd
What
be
like
free,
how
but
yeah
if they can
free.
make money off it now, which it's already set the trend, people are willing to buy into this. So once you
So
start buying into this, they're not going to stop because they see there's a market for that and people are interested in working over some extra money for it.
So now it goes into the argument: who's at fault? Is it the consumers or is it the developers or publisher? Like who
I think
started
the
this
blame
mess?
goes to both parties. Like I think the developers or the publishers for their advertising, they could have possibly tricked some customers into it, but also the fact that customers are not always that dumb. Maybe they know that, but they just can't wait to get their hands on it. So they're willing
Hmm.
to shell out some money for it.
Hmm. I see.
I wish betas were more in existence. Like I wish it didn't just drop off, and it's still there, but it's not as obvious. Some games, since they just call it a beta.
Well, I feel like these betas are the real game. That's the finished product. They just want to, I don't know, put it out there. I feel like that's the trend. They've been releasing these incomplete products all the time, hoping that they could patch it. So these betas are the complete games that they're charging people to try out.
I just hope things don't change any more than it already has, but it will. I miss having all these demos. I used to play them as a kid, and I just played demos because I didn't have any money to afford the real game.
I agree. I agree. That demo disc was my game.
That was my game, yeah. But that's gonna do it for this week's topic, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.